What is up, everybody? It's episode 36 of With a Grain of Salt podcast. My name is Eddie.
36?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Last one was supposed to be 35, and then the one after that was supposed to be 36, but then since everything got messed up...
Yep. Well, guys, I am Eric on this side, and we have...
Howdy, it's Andrea.
Like a special guest, even though she's been on almost every episode.
Almost everyone, yeah.
But yeah, we've got ourselves a little new setup here. Well, even though it's like the same one we had last week, but
It keeps improving, guys. It
Yeah.
keeps improving.
I'm wearing this headset directly from the mixer in hopes that whatever happened to the audio that we had to scrap the entire episode for never happens again.
That way we never have lost episodes, guys.
Yeah, because that one, man, it was so funny. It was so funny, but...
It was pure gold. Everybody likes science with Waddy.
Stupid ass science.
Stupid ass science.
And that's because that was like my best subject in school. I mean, I still remember most of it. I just like to be facetious.
Not me. Biology? Mitochondria? The fuck's that? Nope. It just doesn't stick.
Oh, I hated physics. I hated physics. That was the worst science ever.
I was good at physics. I liked biology too, but it wasn't for me.
I like chemistry. It was a beautiful romance of math and science, you know.
I sucked at chemistry. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I actually sucked at chemistry. It was just not my thing. I think I missed just like one wrong day and it fucked me.
that was like the most important day to be at.
Pretty much, because like suddenly I come back and it's like, talking about the structure of molecules, and I was like, the fuck is he talking about? And so I never got to learn it.
So you just cruised by.
I passed. So like, fuck.
It was funny. The days that we got out of homework was when we had our teacher talk about his life in the army.
I think I've heard this before.
Pretty much.
You try to trigger his PTSD.
Oh no, that's
that was just straight up talking to the guy, not triggering his past demons.
Oof. No. I think that was the physics teacher, not the chemistry teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of veterans teaching.
There was a lot of veterans. Shit, the physics teacher's the one that like pinned me against the wall because I snuck up behind him. He was like, "Don't sneak up behind me." He was like, got me in a chokehold. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
like an old trench knife.
Yeah. I was like, if only I had a shotgun.
Goddamn.
Our computer science teacher was also a vet. Yeah.
He had a grenade in his classroom.
As a paperweight or
Could
something.
he have that? Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was just
dude was all torso. Yeah.
all.
Yeah, he walked around like he had his clipboard in his feet and he was just walking around.
Imagine Joe. Imagine Joe from Family Guy.
The fuck?
But can walk.
But can walk. Yeah,
That was
exactly.
pretty much him.
Yeah.
And
He was a
Mexican.
beast.
The
He was a
image that has
beast
popped
of
up
a
into
man.
my head, I'm pretty sure it's very wrong, but
What, walking
we will
Joe?
just keep going.
A walking.
We will just keep going.
Anywho,
All right.
we are not experts in any of the things we talk about tonight, so take everything we say with a grain of
With
salt.
a grain of salt. We didn't turn it on today, guys, because it already looks like it's lit. So.
Yeah, I think we might have fixed the camera.
For all our YouTube listeners, we'll have I think they'll appreciate it. That the quality's slowly getting better and better. Yeah.
Slowly.
Emphasis on slowly.
Yeah. Never mind the fuckers. The fuckers are great. They have
Well, I mean, they kind of needed it first,
Yeah.
honestly, because that Yeti mic was awful.
yeah.
Well, I don't want to say awful. Like, it's not a bad mic. It's just for what we were using it for.
Yeah,
It was not the right tool for the
With
job.
the Sam Elliott voice, like, you need the right tool for the job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Do you know what we were talking about, Andrea?
No, no. It's like sometimes I don't know half the stuff you're
Half the
speaking about.
references?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be like, just smile and
smile and
nod.
wave. Smile and nod. Oh, wave.
Let's keep it going.
Just to follow up on current events, I had a question I was talking to Eddie about the volcano in the Pacific Ocean over there. I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm not gonna say it. So
What? Try it. Because I don't remember the name.
I think it's Tonga.
I think Island was like Tonga or something.
Tonga.
I have no idea what's
I
correct.
think it's Tonga, but a lot of like a massive plume of ash just shot up into the atmosphere and it hasn't come down yet. So, I looked it up and I'm like, it said that it could linger for like 3 to 33 years.
Oh
So
shit!
like it might get cooler. You know, did we just did Earth solve global warming?
No, no.
We're just suddenly gonna start hearing hey oh hey oh on repeat for the next 30 years.
But check this out,
Pompeii.
Pompeii, Andrew.
Anyways, Eric.
She lives under a fucking rock. What volcano?
I'm sorry, we'll just go to the Vans website and see what kind of music they have there on the playlist.
They do have their own. They don't have that.
Where were you?
It's a little bit better music.
Something great. We're gonna have like cooler days here in Texas, but I'm thinking now
We're having cooler days. Hey, our pipes are frozen.
they're in New York. It's like negative.
Oh
30
shit!
with like blizzards and fucking what do you call those?
Lions and tigers and bears.
Cyclones.
Oh my.
It's crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like, if it gets cooler than that, they might have to move an entire city.
I mean, if they could live through the day after
Lord.
tomorrow, then I'm sure they'll be fine. No. All right.
Not your best. Not your best, Eddie.
I've had better. I've had worse. It's all right.
You had worse.
It was a terrible movie.
Never saw it through and through. Never.
It's hard to finish,
The most
right?
I've seen it was at a dentist office.
Did you get to the part where like they're trying to look for medicine and they're getting attacked by dogs?
No.
Yeah, they look through a.
You never finished it?
I did.
Oh,
didn't.
but you didn't like it?
No.
I thought it was okay. Well, it was okay. No, but we don't stand Jake Gyllenhaal anymore.
What happened?
What happened? What happened to Jake Gyllenhaal?
Because Taylor Swift.
What happened to T-Swizzle?
What happened there?
She did.
Really, you don't know shit about the fucking volcano, but you know like Taylor Swift, Jake Gyllenhaal, like what?
Yeah. So
What the fuck happened?
I'm sorry to all our Taylor Swift fans. I don't know everything specifically, just like the gist. But Taylor Swift redid some album.
Red.
I'm sorry. Yes, Red. That's what I was
They
gonna say. I
released
wasn't
Red.
sure if it was right. When the way how she wanted it. And so she ended up doing a song that's like 10 minutes, and it was about like, oh, I'm gonna, I guess her first love, or the dude that she lost her virginity to, that she loves, and it was Jake Gyllenhaal. But Jake was like, nah, whatever about it. Like she was just another tally on his mark or whatever.
Another notch on my belt.
Yeah, and so she wrote that, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, fucking Jake!"
Does that
can't
make him an
believe
asshole?
it."
I mean, I thought we were already at the point where like sex is just like a thing to a lot of people, for both sides.
Yeah, but because they were dating, and I guess that she had planned. She thought that
Like
they were more into it, like it was more serious relationship. I guess just didn't care. I don't know. I guess just lack of communication or whatever.
I don't mean to sound like crass, but with what I just said, but like, I say that 'cause I don't know the full story, obviously, but at first it kind of sounded to me like it was just like a thing. They had sex, big whoop, but I don't even realize they were dating. I didn't even know they knew each other.
Wow, no, she was in love with him.
Okay.
And he was like, "Nah, I don't love her." On like some interview.
Is it wrong though? Like you find out like, oh, I'm not really.
I mean, not through a fucking interview.
I know,
You weren't even a part.
He's on like some late night show, and he's like, "Nah, I've only loved one woman."
Imagine telling someone you don't love them, or imagine finding out someone doesn't love you, but not because they told you, but because you saw it on Jay Leno. like that,
On Jimmy Fallon, something mediocre, you know.
like, yeah, I don't really love her. Like, no, it's fucking.
He does that after every conversation.
Every question he has, he gets an answer. That's why he didn't last in SNL. He couldn't keep staying character.
True...
I mean, mind you, I like you know, the blooper reels where like actors like break character because
I like
it's
those
funny
too.
because they're professionals and then they just can't help it. But like it's every fucking time, even in the actual performance, like actual Saturday Night Live, like it's on the air and he still can't keep it together. Like, come on, that's why you rehearse.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, not a fan of the guy, but I mean, isn't Jake Gyllenhaal married now? Like, why are you
I
trying
don't
to
think so.
open up old wounds? You know, they're trying to do that with Andrew Garfield
Because that's what-
and Emma Stone.
That's what Taylor Swift does. That's her thing.
Well,
She writes
no,
music.
That's how she makes her living. I get that, but I mean, I shouldn't. do
okay,
a
one,
bigger
I don't think
deal.
it's her straight up opening old wounds. Because I think the fans are going to be more doing that than Taylor Swift herself. Personally. Of course, I don't know her intentions. I'll never know her intentions. I doubt I'll ever meet her. But,
Sure.
and if I do, I doubt I'm not going to be, hey, so what happened with Jake? You know, in the song and whatever. She'll be like, how'd you get my dressing room? but I think it's more her fans that started going after him because her fans are dedicated.
Eddie, that got creepy real quick.
And like she didn't specifically like say his name or
It's just a joke, fuckface.
she didn't call him out like specifically, but like, you know, they leave these little hints like, oh, she says like about the time they were going out together. And this
This has been him all day. He says something and I just fucking like go off on
He's
it.
out of control.
Like we went to Whataburger before this. I just had a milkshake and a sandwich. He was like, "You don't want the whole thing?" I was like, "No." And like they left the number on the table. He's like, "You want the number?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Wow, really? You want me to take the number so you don't have to feel bad about taking it?" And then we'd be like, "Well," and I'm like over here feeling guilty, like I stole something. And then he was like, "Well, if you don't want it, Eddie, I'll take it." So that way he gets what he wants, but guilt-free. And he's like, "Damn it, Eddie, I just asked you if you wanted it."
Always over the top.
Just taking everything to another level.
I love doing that to everything he says.
What did you say when I was trying to order my damn burger? What did you say?
He's like, "Yeah, I'll have the sweet and spicy bacon burger." And I'll be like, "Hold the spicy extra sweet." And he's like, "Ignore him."
Just give him a damn burger.
And this guy was like, another guy comes up to the counter while we're there, and he's like, "Hey, can I have another cup? This one's like torn." He meant it was leaking, like somewhere in the middle. I was like, "Torn." I'm just like, I looked at Eric and I just go, it's like
Like the stupidest thing ever. Like, okay.
you have to be there because that's what torn means. It's like the cup is like, or is it punctured? Like, come on, dude. It's
His body is perfect and doesn't say the wrong thing.
It's the kind of humor that I have with Eric.
It's quite literal.
It's the minor shit. It's always the little shit that gets him. Like,
I hate myself.
You need to get better. Do better, Eric.
like,
What do you mean?
like I think his favorite meme that I ever sent him was, it was like before sliced bread, and then somebody like presents like a loaf or some shit. Oh no, it was the invention of sliced bread.
Oh, no.
And it was like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing since ripped up bread."
Crumpled up bread. Wow. So stupid. Oh no.
That's very much the humor we have. Like if like anybody says something, even whether I believe it or not, whether I believe what I'm saying or not, I just have to say something. Like when we got the turkey, he's like, "Oh, these turkeys are great because they're like organic," and I'm like, as soon as he's still looking at us, and I just go to Eric. So this is how I know he's full of shit.
No, you're not whispering though. He's still in a range where you can hear your voice, and your voice carries that.
He's very loud too.
He goes to me, "You want to know how I know he's full of shit?" Like, man.
The guy's like,
What the fuck?
He didn't hear it though. Like that's like my superpower.
You
I
think
can-
that?
You're just
But
playing it
a
off.
little tear came out.
It's like I'm just trying to do my damn job, and this man's trying to tear me down.
For all I know, he could have been right. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like,
Oh man.
he's full of shit.
you need a tissue? Do you need
I
a tissue?
do. Oh man.
I think it all started in that one drive-through at Cane's.
Oh man, I hate.
Was
these
it Cane's?
drive-thrus.
It was Cane's.
Guys, we never have a like normal drive-through scenario at all.
Oh.
Should we include that in retails or just completely separate?
We can try,
I wanted,
but I feel like that was very much you had to be there kind of moment.
I would love to do the Wadi experiences.
So many of them.
There's
Just so
so
people
many.
can.
So many of them.
Anyone else is out there that has Wadi experiences, they can relate.
Basically, my favorite example of a Wadi experience, or the way I like to explain it to people, is that a Wadi experience is how things are looking bad, and in the most random way possible that you would think would never happen, things get worse. So imagine you're stuck in the desert and you're dehydrated and you're looking for water, and you manage to drown.
That's it. That's the Wadi experience.
Perfect.
I mean, it doesn't always have to be that, like, out of the blue. Like, I remember when, I'm pretty sure I said this on the show, but when I had my car accident in Corpus, me and Alex, one of my best friends, he was helping me tow the car home to Hear the Valley, which is a 2-hour drive. And on the way over here, he was like driving the trucks, pulling the car, and then we both look at something on the road, and we're like, what is that? Because it was like sticking out. We're like,
No!
we're like, what's
Blimey.
that? And then he just like, he like runs over it, and it like, the tire just explodes. It's gone. His front left tire. And he's like, fuck. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I don't have a spare. I was like, no fucking way. So we would have gotten home. I had to call my mom to come like pick us up, so then take us to Kingsville or somewhere nearby to find a tire shop to get a tire. And we almost got this one dude was like trying to sell us a tire for like $300. We're like, fuck no. But we would have gotten home around, I'm gonna say noon. We got home around 7 p.m.
Damn. Because when
That
you
sounds
had,
about right.
yeah, you had to go waste time to get the tire.
We had to waste time calling my mom to turn around to come pick us up because she was in Corpus too.
Oh, okay.
Because like obviously she wants to make sure I'm okay, but well, I don't know about obviously, but
You guys see that?
he's like,
Sorry
I don't
about
feel
that.
guilty if I don't be there.
Right into Eric's face.
But anyway,
Got a new home now.
yeah, that sucked.
Wadi experience.
Wadi experience.
And the trouble hasn't stopped there, has it, Wadi?
Oh god, I had the reason we're recording a little late is because I got home. I had to change the oil in my car. It wasn't nothing bad happened. It was just like annoying. I mean, normally I'm okay with changing the oil, but I don't know. This time, I just like wasn't having it.
It's a Sunday. The weather's gloomy.
Actually, the weather was great.
Worse.
Honestly, I really didn't have much to complain about. I'm just tired.
You don't want to take it anywhere? You just rather do it yourself?
No, I'd rather. Well, not no, but yes, exactly what you're saying. I'd rather do it myself.
Okay.
Because usually it's the same price, anyway. And I've taken it to places where they literally just put the same, like they didn't even change the oil filter.
They charge you $30 extra for premium air.
$30 right there.
Dollars.
But they left the. You were there, right? Or was it Alex? I think it was Alex. They left the same oil filter and it fused.
Was that it got stuck to where it's supposed to be, or where you
Like-
screw it on?
Yeah, I think I have a picture of it somewhere. Ooh, it's on my Instagram. Link here. No.
Oh no.
There's nothing on there worth bringing up, honestly. But here it is.
Nice.
Here's how much trouble we had taking it off.
Goddamn.
We had to poke holes through it. We shoved a screwdriver through it and tried to use that as like a lever to turn it.
Could you have used WD-40? Or is that bad?
That's not bad. But, I mean, it was hard as fuck to get it in there. We, like, used the little nozzle and everything. But it was just, like... Eek.
They used an impact wrench to put it in there.
I wish.
Jesus.
Luckily, today wasn't bad. I was just... I'm just tired. I didn't really sleep.
Same.
You're just alone with your thoughts.
Honestly, no. This time I can honestly say I was just tired. I didn't sleep that much. I took a nap beforehand. I could still use some more sleep. But I'm not in a bad mood. It was just like, I'd rather be sleeping right now.
Did the last episode go up when we talked about my truck?
No, not yet.
But it will.
The internet just started working again.
Okay, but it will, so that they'll know.
I'm probably going to be uploading it like tonight. And then probably uploading this episode.
Tomorrow.
What, on like a Friday? Maybe?
Alright, well, Wednesday.
Wednesday or Friday, yeah.
Well, it's because the last episode, we talked a little bit about my truck and my truck's problems. And then the radio just stopped working. So after that, me and Wadi, we went over to go check it out. And so it was dark. So I opened the door and of course the lights turn on. And I noticed something on the floor mat on the driver's side. It looks like some fuzzies. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? So I get my flashlight. I look up and I see just like some like more fuzzy just falling down from like behind the pedals. And I'm like, no way. Is this is there a mouse or something living in here? And I'm pretty sure that's what's up. Because I think it just fucked up with the wires. And that's why
That was my conclusion. I looked at all the fuses. Everything looked fine. And I was like, my immediate thought, without like really being able to go in there and check right now, would be that you have a mouse and it's chewing up your cables.
And I think that's probably right. And what made me...
Hopefully it goes towards like the alternator when you're like, what's it called? Fuse, ignition coils, and just like, and dies. And that'll fix your problem.
Or hopefully it's already gone.
Or kill your truck.
Oh, no. Like, because it's running fine. My truck's running fine. It's just the radio. I can't hear anything. And I thought...
those fuzzies, it's nesting. You got a little Stuart Little in his family.
Fuck. I need to put a trap.
They're going to invite a bird. Stuart Little too?
Yeah, I've seen it.
See the sequels, no.
Yeah,
What? It's better than the first one.
That rarely happens, Eddie. Just because it happened in Shrek 2 doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Shrek 2 is such an amazing movie.
It did happen,
Amazing.
though.
Amazing movie.
It happened with Stuart Little.
Whatever. But that's what's been happening with my truck for a while. And so one morning I was driving to work and my freaking every single warning I could possibly get flashed up on my dashboard. It's like your door is open, the front cameras aren't working,
Self-destruct.
up with the fucking tires.
The front cameras?
Yeah, for like the lane assist.
Oh, okay. I was like, the windshield?
And it's just beeping, beep, 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 beep. And I was like panicking. The radio turned on for a little bit. I was listening to AM radio.
She's like panicking, like,
radio.
Oh, wait.
And I was about to take a video of it to send to y'all, and then it just stopped. And it hasn't happened since. So
Have you taken it to the dealership?
I haven't yet. I need to make an appointment.
You should. So you
Watch.
can be like, hey, this truck y'all sold me is bogus.
I bought it from Bogus Ford.
Ah.
I don't want to take it back there. Fuck that place.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I need to take it back though for my...
Watch, they'll make you wait 3 or 4 hours just for the salesman to say, oh yeah, they left an hour ago.
Oh, that was part of the deal. Like, we gave you that deal. We just have to add a rat in there. Like,
It's fucking
it's only a matter of time.
It came with the free rat.
It's like, you wanted a good deal, no? We threw in the rat. And it feeds itself just using your cables.
Fucking eating all my fucking cables. Oh my
It starts with the sound
Man.
system.
But I need to take it. I mean, it's running fine, so I'm planning on taking it soon. But I mean, like, it's doing okay. It just, I have to drive every day in silence with my thoughts, and that's just, sometimes it's not that good. That's I need to get it fixed soon.
Like, what's going on in there, Andrea? Just like a wall
It's
with
just-
a tennis ball. Every time you go to work.
Ugh, it's the worst. I hate it. But yeah, there goes my truck.
Damn. I kind of hope it's a mouse.
I'm pretty sure it is. I spoke to my dad about it, and
He came to the same conclusion.
he believes it's the same thing. Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Like, it's because I'm not the first. You're not the first to have like an animal living in your car. That was me. I come back from Chicago, and my mom's like telling me like, "Hey, your car hasn't been turning on the past couple of days. Like, we've been trying to get it, like, turn it on for you to keep it moving so it doesn't dry rot, and it just doesn't turn on." And I was like, "Oh, okay, don't worry, I'll check it out." I try to turn it on. Like, all right, confirmed. Doesn't sound like anything. Probably just needs like a jump. No big deal. Pop the hood, open it up, and then I see it, and it sees me. There's an opossum that's just like nesting
Staring at each
on
other.
the fucking like the head of the motor, and it just goes like and fucking bolts. I was like, what the fuck?
He's like, squatter's rights, cuz.
I've been here. This is mine now.
I was like, I was like poking around in like in the under the hood and everything. Like, did I get it out? I don't know. And then I jumped the car, and I was like, "There's one way for me to find out.
Oh
Let's
god.
guarantee this bitch is gone." So I took it out for a spin. I was like, "Let's test drive it." And then I was like, "All right." I don't hear anything. Everything feels like it's driving like normal. Floor it.
Oh god.
It's not a fast car by any means, but it sounded fine. I was like, okay. I get home. I'm like, all right. Let's see if anything looks or smells any different. I get home and I pop the hood, and it's clean. So I didn't horribly.
Yeah. Opossums are smart, man.
Yeah.
They saw your schedule. Like, perfect time.
They saw my schedule before I did.
I like
You guys
that.
remember how early I left
Yeah.
for Chicago? I learned the day before I was leaving. We were celebrating my birthday, and my dad just comes in, and he's like, "Hey, get ready." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "We're leaving tomorrow." I'm like, "Where?" He's like, "We're going to Chicago." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." And then he's like, "Well, are you gonna go sleep early?" I was like, "Kind of doing something here." Like, you guys are just
The
like,
whole party.
Right.
Wait, I don't remember this.
You don't?
I have a bad memory also.
Maybe. But yeah, that's my story. Oh,
I have one with my charger.
yeah.
What?
It was,
It was before mine. My story.
No, I think it was around the same time.
Really?
Yeah. My charger, my wipers weren't working. And, well, the water. I was like, that's kind of weird. But okay, we'll take it I'm gonna get, inspected, like, 2 weeks from now. It's okay. It's fine. I don't need them. So every time I would turn, I would hear rattling across the dashboard. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I would turn the other way, and it sounds like fans. Like fans.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say rattling again. Like,
Oh, fucking
I was
rattlesnake.
like, oh fuck!
Yeah, if I turn left, rattling across the dashboard. Turn right, it's like, you know when the ceiling fan, you run your finger across it.
Mhm.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh.
Okay.
I was like, well, this is kind of concerning.
I don't
So-
think this is gonna pass the inspection.
Exactly. So I took it in 2 days after that, And they're like, oh, everything seems to be working fine. Diagnostics fine. We'll take it for a drive then. It's like, okay, cool. I'll be back in 3 hours. I come back. And they're like, well, we found the problem. Your car works fine. It wasn't your car. There was a wasp nest in there.
Fuck.
The funniest part was it wasn't the head mechanic. It was,
the new guy.
The people under him working on it. So as soon as they opened it up to see what it was,
Oh my god!
I was like, well, thank you for the inspection. Thank you for the diagnostic.
You're like, at this time, I don't mind paying an extra.
Exactly. I was like, I felt guilty. I was like, oh, fuck, nature. What are you gonna do?
Nature be scary.
Yeah, so it was just the water passing through, basically, because whenever I use the jets, whatever we call them, it would just retain there in the wasp nest, and then it will slowly leak out of it, and then it just kind of it just stayed there.
Oh, so that's
rattling.
what you would hear.
Yeah, it was just water back and forth.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
But they
fucking
were
weird.
still full of fucking wasps.
Yeah, it was a wasp nest.
What the hell? Oh my god.
And these
That's
were,
fucking awesome.
Big chunkers. Yeah.
Did,
'Cause he showed me
Chungies.
one of them.
did he get stung?
I'm pretty sure they did. I didn't want to ask too many questions. I felt kind of bad. Could you imagine opening up?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I'm thinking you had it worse.
Yeah.
I'd go home. If that happens to me, I'd be like, I gotta go.
Well, not. I don't know about worse.
It's one of the instances where I'm just like, I'm glad I didn't work on my car. It was more like, well, fuck, I just got this. It's barely a year into this car. Like, fuck me. This warranty, we still got a warranty. Felt kind of cheated, basically.
I mean, if you still got warranty, fine.
Exactly. So I was like, I don't want to touch this. It's still got warranty. And that's what happened. Damn.
I mean, at least it didn't kill your radio.
Video kill Andreas Ranger.
Rodents.
My Ford fucking Ranger. He
Rodent
got-
killed the radio. Well,
Got
that
no
was your
radio.
problem right there, Ford.
It drives fine. It's just that could happen to any vehicle. Okay.
Nature, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Boom. We've all had experiences with nature.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 were Fords.
That's true. Well, I mean, Chrysler. Come on.
Nah, they all suck.
You don't get it for the reliability. It's a culture.
So, Jeeps.
Jeeps. Exactly.
Pretty much Jeeps.
My wife had a Jeep, like a 93 Cherokee. It looked like a beast, and they got it for a good deal. And it was like lifted with spacers and all that, mud tires and todo.
Nice.
But she got into an accident, and it was like 20 miles an hour. It was like in the school zone. The guy thought he could just beat traffic. Ran right into my girl's car. But just 20 miles an hour. The dude just thought he could leave traffic. And it did almost nothing to his car, and it totaled her Jeep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez, that
Not
sucks.
calling out Jeep or anything, but damn.
I mean,
You can at least hold it together a little bit
the
better.
Jeep I had was a fucking monster. Like, that thing took a beating. And it chugged along like nothing. Well, not chugged, like it fucking powered through. I mean, it had its problems. Mostly electrical. Somehow. Like, mechanically, it was pretty good. I gotta give it props.
Tim is Andrea, but not the way you think. I hope everything gets resolved by the time the next one airs.
Oh, I doubt it. I'm very bad at...
This is where negotiation tactics comes in. You can be like, oh, well, it's in the shop. Just give me, like, I want a Timberland, Ford Explorer, ST pack.
They're not gonna give me anything.
She refused. What did they let you use? Like an Explorer?
Expedition, right?
I think it was an Expedition.
And she was like, I can't do this. It's too bougie. I'm like,
It's too bougie.
What?
I was
Own it.
fucking.
I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking reason I've ever heard. Like, they can be like, they're gonna lend you a Lamborghini. Like, we're not gonna even charge you for this. It's like, because you need something to drive, and you're like, it's too bougie.
It's
like,
too much. Like, I'm used to, base, almost like basic models. Maybe like a little bit right above the basic
still
models.
the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
But I was
Damn,
like,
I would have like called in sick and then go to San Antonio and back and run some miles on it
Exactly.
and then try to purchase it or something.
I'll trade this bitch in.
I mean, it was nice. I showed my mom it. She really liked it. She's been wanting like an SUV kind of like that. But no, it's
Do some donuts at the beach, you know?
it's too much. Like, it's too much money. Like, we don't need that much.
Or is it
We're
like-
simple people. Simple people.
Simple people.
We are simple folk.
Living out in the country. Don't need much.
But you need a radio, apparently.
It sucks. It really
take
sucks.
the radio away.
Take the
It's
radio. Not even TVs. Like, she's still like in the fucking 1800s. Like, oh no, they took my radio. What am
My
I gonna do?
radio.
She's got a fucking earphones in.
It works. It just won't play anything. Like that 1 second it played AM radio for like a couple seconds. I was like, so it's working.
She'll be perfectly fine with the radio working, even though everything else like ding 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 ding. She's like, I can still hear the music. I'll just have to play music.
Because
Inject.
whatever it is to fix the radio, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fix everything else. Boom.
Welcome to the world of mechanics. Not necessarily.
Well, yeah.
You'll fix
Best
one problem.
advice I
Everything else
could
is
give
fucked
you
up.
is let them worry about it.
You still got warranty on it. Don't fucking touch it.
I'm gonna take it in
Exactly.
soon. Maybe Thursday.
It's like a whole family of rats. Yeah, like Ratatouille, just the whole pack.
You got a leak. Is it oil? Soup?
Good soup.
That basil.
It's good soup.
Good soup.
They like the soup.
My
That's
goodness.
such a dumb problem.
Anyways, I hope it gets resolved by the time.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
And if
I
it's not,
appreciate it.
or at least have a fucking appointment set up.
Thursday, I'll try.
You're gonna try to make the appointment on Thursday?
For Thursday.
Or like call? Oh, okay, for
For
Thursday. I was about to
Thursday.
be like,
No,
like-
for Thursday.
wow, I was like, way to procrastinate on
I'm-
something that's
I'm-
obviously
have
bothering
them
you.
for like a nice raptor or something.
Damn.
A tremor. Yeah. Come in with a 250.
That's too. No, I like my little Ranger. It's nice and perfect for me.
I'll get you a Maverick.
I saw one at
I saw one too.
my girlfriend's place. Some like person that lives there, I don't know, has one now.
Her neighbor.
And
Neighbor, they're called neighbor.
and I'm like,
neighbors.
why? Because I feel like I think we've had this conversation before. Like, I don't think it's really necessary to get like the Maverick here in the valley. Might as well just get like a Ranger or something like that size. It's tiny. It's really tiny.
I
And
see no point in the Maverick.
yeah.
I see no point in it at all. Honestly. Get a Ranger. And that's talking for someone that's too big for even a Ranger. But
It's really low too. So like even if it floods, it's like it's gonna get stuck.
I'm not saying like, oh, everybody should get a big truck. Like, even I'm kind of like, all right, that lift's pretty excessive. Like, come on, let's bring it down a bit. Calm down. It's not even that good of a
It's
truck.
the gray
but-
area between a not an SUV, like a crossover and a truck. They really want to enforce people to get trucks because they want to stop manufacturing cars. I don't know if
Really?
you noticed that. Yeah, they're pulling all of their plants, I believe, in the U.S. to stop making cars and start pushing trucks, SUVs, stuff. But
Mm.
they're gonna keep the Mustang and the Mach-E. I don't know why they'll keep the Mach-E, but but they're doing that, and yeah, that's what Ford's stepping to.
Interesting.
Like one thing I don't like about smaller trucks sometimes, like, the Mavericks are what, a 4-cylinder, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's gonna, like, if you use it as a truck, it's not gonna last you. It's gonna be way too much for a 4-cylinder. Like it's gonna fuck up. It's gonna break. Get a 6-cylinder at least, and even then, like with a truck, I say go full on 8, if you can.
What's mine?
6.
It's a 6, yeah.
Okay, I don't know nothing about my truck.
They're gonna, what do you call it?
Of course, yours isn't a
discontinue
full-size
V8s.
truck,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think smaller than a Ranger is just a bad idea, because you can't use it. Sure, you'll have the cargo space, the benefit of like using the back like how you would a truck, but you can't fit much back there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's for people that want to go golfing or something, you know?
Get a fucking
Just toss their
hatchback.
clothes back there.
Get a hatchback if you want to go golfing. Makes more sense. What you're carrying isn't heavy,
Yeah.
or if it is heavy, then like a hatchback will give you plenty of room.
But I feel like this is Ford's Grandmaster plan to finally break away from cars.
Gotcha.
What's
Make
that?
a car-like truck.
What's that Mustang thing? That crossover they made?
That's the Mach-E.
That's the Mach. Okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
get that. Like, I don't know. I just doesn't make sense
True,
to me.
but the Mach-E's like 60K base. A Maverick is like 20.
How much is the Ranger?
Ranger is
30,
36 around
30
there.
something, yeah.
Yeah, you,
I'd say fuck the Maverick. Just sell Rangers. Push the Ranger. Because I mean,
true, but I don't think they will sell a Ranger for 20K. That's why they made like a really tiny truck so they could push 20K. They want those sales. They want to just...
sure. I just don't think it's gonna last. I see no use in it.
True, but I think it's pretty genius because Hyundai is doing that too. They have the Santa Fe, I believe. It's a small little bitty truck.
I've seen some other ones, yeah.
As long
Honda
as it's
has
not a
the-
Ridgeline.
Yeah, Honda has the Ridgeline.
Ugh.
Built-in
It looks ugly.
speakers in the truck bed.
Great. You're not supposed to be back there anyway.
Tailgating, bro.
Yeah, but you're gonna be tailgating. You're not gonna be the guy with the Ridgeline. Thing's fucking hideous.
That was a step. What do you call it? They missed that step in the marketing.
And that's coming from me, who used to like avalanches.
Oh my god. The Chevy's always late to everything. Always. They're the Internet Explorer.
That's
Honestly.
a good metaphor. It's a good
Yeah.
metaphor.
They barely came out with their EV Silverado, and it looks garbage. It
I don't like them.
looks trash.
I like GMC.
I'm like, yeah, they made
But-
the Hummer, but who's gonna spend over 100K
I mean,
on
it's
a
just,
Hummer?
I mean, let's be real.
Fuck.
Let's be real. GMC and Chevy are the same fucking thing, but GMC's aesthetics are like a lot nicer. Like that, like when they like the 2020, 2021 Silverados, that like transition from the front end to the cabin, like, you know what I mean, like in the front and on the sides, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That, I don't know why, that really fucking bugs me. Specifically that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the bumper or like the front, the grill or anything either. I think the last one I really liked from Chevy specifically was like the one I have.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they went, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I guess they got obsessed with the whole, like, putting the whole name on the front, like how Ford did with like the Raptor, which did look good. It does look good on the Raptor, but
Well, I remember they got so much shit from putting big ass lights for one model, so the next 2-3 generations, really thin lined LEDs.
I think I saw someone mod the bumper to the Raptor, and instead of Ford, it said food. Like, I think I saw the picture online or something, but yeah, I'm not like the Chevys. I don't like the way they look. I miss the bow tie. Just go back to the bow tie. It was simple. But GMC, at least, the logo for GMC at least looks decent. It's like that can be put in front or back, and it'll still look okay. So we'll see how things go. If I get another truck, like if I get rid of this car and get a truck, I'm probably gonna go with an older truck. I'll get a used one. I can fix it. I can get it running like how I want it. Especially with like Fords and Chevys, parts are a dime a dozen, and everybody fucking sells them. So I'm not too worried about that. Like an '06 Silverado, like everywhere. You can trip on the sidewalk and find an alternator or some shit.
Holy shit, I tripped on something. That's the alternator. Okay.
Must be the alternator.
Just what I needed.
You're fishing at Delta Lake. What you get? I got a big one. Alternator. All right.
God, yeah, another one.
Let's put it in the pile.
Jesus.
Put it in the back of the Andreas Maverick.
Ugh. Never.
Oof. But yeah, if they do, would you do it?
I'm sorry, do what?
If you put it in the shop and they ask, oh, there's no pistachio in this one, I got fucking bamboozled. Damn. But yeah.
Oh, sorry. The only rental we can give you is a Cobra, a Mustang.
Oh, I'll take whatever. But I doubt that they're gonna give me one.
If they give you an option of an Expedition or Maverick, which one would you take?
The Expedition.
Bigger in Texas.
Fuck the Maverick. Never.
I always tell everybody, learn to drive big vehicles. Even if you don't intend on getting one, learn to drive a big vehicle. Because it's super useful to know how to navigate in a bigger vehicle. Even if you don't intend on like having that as like a daily driver, like say you come into like an emergency of some sort that you need it, whether it be a van or a truck, whatever, it's useful to know. That way you know, like, when to hit the brakes, the feel for something really heavy. I think is like everybody should know. So that way when you do come across it, you're fine. Because I know some people that they refuse to drive big vehicles, and I'm like, you're setting yourself up to fuck up.
My sister.
Really?
No, she has a Charger right now, and she thinks it's too long. She wants to get something smaller.
It is a lengthy car.
And she's also a bad driver too, so I
the
mean,
Impala
I get
was
her.
long.
No, the Charger has a lot of blind spots, and
Yeah.
the mirrors are tiny. So
it's a Camaro.
If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, I feel like that's most muscle cars. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna fuck up a lot.
Mustang's not. I feel like it's the least bad when it comes to like visibility.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the worst was the Camaro. That's coming from a Chevy guy, because it's like up here, like trying to look over the hood and shit. You're like,
you need like a front camera.
You're gonna need the front camera.
You're gonna need it, yeah.
And,
exactly.
And then you hit something, and then you feel like an asshole. No? Okay.
Missed the segment. We're gonna just jump over it. So, Eddie.
No.
How you doing?
All right, guys.
Okay, you actually put some thought into this one, right?
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing this week, but I was actually super bored. I was just scrolling through Reddit, which I usually don't do as much as I used to. Mm-hmm. But I did, and I ended up finding a post on the subreddit. Am I the asshole? I don't know what I'm doing, but
we'll figure it out. We'll make something.
Again,
He's got a piano. We can put something together.
Let's see. This thing's got effects. I shouldn't be fucking with it mid-show.
Mid-show, probably not.
Right. Fuck it.
No.
I didn't turn it on.
The fuck did that do?
I didn't change anything.
Well, Am I the Asshole is a subreddit where, of course, people post their stories and want to know if they were in the wrong, if they were the asshole in the situation or not. So this one's called, Am I the Asshole for telling my 35 male half-brother, who's 13 male, that I don't want to be his friend and actually want nothing to do with him at all? So the dude is 35 and he has a half-brother who's 13.
Damn.
It's a bit harsh.
So, my mom got remarried to her current husband 14 years ago. He's an okay man, but my dad will always and forever be my number one. When they announced to me that a baby was on the way, I freaked out. Told him there and then that I don't want to ever be involved in this kid's life. I find it super weird that he's 22 years my junior. I'm old enough to be his damn dad. Why did my mom even have to have another child at 42?
Okay.
That baby fever... Hold on, let me finish first. That baby fever was strong, apparently. I found the entire thing disgusting, to say the least. The years go by, and when my half-brother was around 10 years old, he started saying how much he wanted to meet me. After a lot of nagging from my mother, I said, whatever, fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna do it. From our first encounter, he basically clinged on to me. For the past 3 years, he has constantly tried to make me like and accept him, but I just can't do it. He's a nice person and all, but I still find my mom's actions nasty, so I involuntarily associate him with that. I can't help it. I never wanted a sibling. Yesterday, he was over at my place and kept on asking to watch a movie with him, which I didn't want to do. I ended up going off on him and told him that I don't want to be his friend and actually want nothing to do with him at all. He immediately started crying and apologizing to me, saying that he doesn't have any friends and gets bullied at school for his introverted nature and that he just doesn't understand why I despise him so much. He said that he's so tired of feeling rejected all the time when all he does is being good to everyone. He said sorry one more time, told me that despite my huge hatred towards him, he still loves, admires, and respects me a lot. Then he runs out of the house. He hasn't reached out to me ever since. So is this guy the asshole?
You're an absolute fuckface, and you should kill yourself. Not kill yourself,
okay,
but,
yeah, but he is.
You are a absolute piece of shit. Fuck you for telling your mom you can't be happy again. You can't feel again with another person, and it's disgusting for her to decide to have relations with another person, you piece of shit. Fuck you for not thinking about anybody else's happiness. You are a fucking monster. Get help. You're the one that should be alone. This poor kid just wants someone to accept him, and for things that aren't even his fucking fault, you just go off on him. You are repulsive.
Very strong feelings for Waddy. What is Eric feel?
What's the guy's name?
He didn't say.
Look, Kevin.
All right, Kevin. Here's the deal. You want to know what your problem is?
No, like, I feel like it's not this kid's fault at all. Like, and he doesn't want his mom to be happy at all, you know?
She has every right.
It's this is like, he should reach out to the kid because they both have the same mentality. It's thinking like a teenager. Oh, she's ruining my life. Infidelity. What will people think?
Infidelity.
Ooh. Sin. Yeah, this person really has a lot of room for growth and development.
Wow, now you're sounding corporate.
Oh, we're looking at a different direction. We're gonna look outward.
Damn.
Option.
When they decide not to hire from in because you're that bad, like, ugh.
I
I'm
like
pretty
this.
sure everyone in the comments have said the same thing, right?
Every single thing I've seen is saw the title and assumed asshole, read post and wasn't disappointed. You're the asshole. And it's just everything I always see is you're the asshole, you're the asshole, you're the asshole, you're the asshole. And usually when on these posts you never find
And then unanimous.
well no an OP who is actually the asshole. And I guess, you know, it's hard to find like a very unanimous vote because there's always like some like, well, you know what, the kid's the asshole for being born and for making his parents have sex. How disgusting. No, yeah, it's very unanimous. And
How do you exist?
Poor little kid thinking he's Jon Snow. He's like, I'm a bastard the whole time. Fuck this guy.
there's
Fuck you, Kevin.
let me see. There's this one comment who got 96 awards.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Damn.
This guy's like, you're the asshole and need some therapy. And here he quotes the original post. He's an okay man, but my dad will always and forever be my number one. So
yeah, that is a big red flag.
he's like, this is random, and unless your mom tried to make new husband your daddy, irrelevant. Like, really, like, okay. And then, quote, told them there and then that I don't want to ever be involved in this kid's life. I find it super weird that he's 22 years my junior. And the guy's like, just a whole asshole approach to the news. Wow. Like for real, like it's your mom, and you know we don't have any information on how the divorce went. Like it could have been really hard for her. It could have been like a bad relationship, and she finally found someone who, you know, she really loves, and she wants to, like, you know what, let's have a child. Like, I love you. I want to start a family with you.
It's like you applied for a manager position at a place you know,
Back to work.
like at Target or something, and then it's your first day on the job, and you see the veterans there. Like, this person, you know, I'll never like this person.
Yeah, like that's
It's the same thing.
That's a horrible way to see through that or take that news.
Yeah,
like,
this
what the
kid just
fuck?
entered the chat.
And
You're gonna hate him?
Like how? Like he's what? 22? You said? Like
No, I think they're 22 apart.
Like
22 years apart.
He's
So
like
he's
30.
35. And the kid's
you're
13.
35, and this is the mentality. Like this is your answer to this. This kid doesn't even exist yet, and you're already like, I fucking hate him.
Yeah, they cracks open a bush.
Like,
yeah, I hate his guts.
The important thing
Dad
when it
is
comes
number one.
when it comes to your mom and whoever she's with, the important thing isn't for you to like the guy. The important thing is for her to like the guy. Hopefully, you know, in a mutual relationship and not where she's like being abused and she thinks she likes the guy or whatever, or she's just too afraid to leave. Assuming everything's okay there, like he treats her well, they're happy, and everything's going well, like everything's good. Then, like, who are you to get in the way of that? Do you love your mom, or do you want her to be lonely for the rest of her life? Like, oh, you had me, I'm all you got. You can't have more than me.
It's probably like an insecurity issue.
Oh, I feel like it absolutely
like
is.
she's starting over. Like, oh, we'll get it right this time.
Well, maybe they will, because this kid, she sounds like a fucking
that's
asshole.
the thing. Like, if by saying like we'll get it right this time, she like obviously the first marriage was a failure. Maybe this one will be better. Not necessarily the fucking kid, even though in this case you're 35 years old and you came to this conclusion. You're a fuck up, mentally at least. And like, dude, I would not like. I would hate to meet this person. Like, he sounds just like the worst. Like, oh my goodness.
Get out of the basement once in a while, kid.
Yeah, go
It's a
touch
big
grass.
It's like, what are those people that they like can't have sex, so they like hate everybody? Incels.
Involuntary celibates. And it's not that they can't have sex. Is it like, well,
Their values are their own birth control.
pretty much.
Pretty much. Did I nail it? Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, fucking incels are so cringe. Like, Elliot Rogers is it's like king incel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he shot up. He like went on like a drive-by and he started like a shooting spree and shit because he was like, because he couldn't get laid. But you see the videos like beforehand. He's like, the day of reckoning is coming, and I'm like, dude, really? This is how you talk, and then you expect people to be like, oh my gosh, I'm like so wet for him. Like, what? Like, no, the girls are gonna see that and be like, okay, creepy. I'm gonna go over here like with a guy that's like, I don't know, like acts confident or something at least. Like, who knows? Maybe a girl was into you and you were like, ew, like no, for whatever reason, and I don't know, like it's so dumb. And then they blame they blame other people for why they can't get laid, even though like you see most of them and you're like, wow, that's your mindset. You're kind of fucking sick. He's like, I deserve a woman, like a virgin woman, who's gonna like cater to my every whim, and is gonna do all this and blah blah blah. I'm like, they very much want the atomic family, from what I gather. And I'm like, nah, that's not a thing anymore. Everyone's equal now, at least trying to get there. And the fact that you can't see that you are the problem just shows more problems in your character. But I don't know.
Like, I feel like this guy seems kind of like an incel, because he's like, I found the entire thing disgusting, to say the least, that his mom would have a child at 42. Like, I can't believe she fucking had sex and had a child. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's human. Like, people have sex.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it seems a little incel-ish.
And he's like, quote, he's a nice person and all, but I still find my mom's action nasty. So I involuntarily associate him with that. I can't help it. I never wanted a sibling.
Who cares what you want? Who cares what you want, you fucking narc?
Also, then why would you associate the two? Like, oh, because I think whatever my mom did is nasty, I'm gonna put it to this kid, and I'm gonna think like he's fucking.
He's got this like
nasty
porn scene with his mom in his head, and it replays every time he looks at the kid.
Oh my goodness!
It's fucking Vietnam flashbacks, but it's porn with his mom.
This guy's throwing stones when he's living in a glass house.
Yeah. You keep throwing dirt, you're gonna lose the foundation you stand on.
God damn, Eddie, that was clean. You're getting good at that.
But anyway, that was a good one. I like that one because we got to fucking lay into this jackass. Did he like edit anything? Like, is there?
No,
like
he never added anything to it. I want to see if
this doesn't really matter. But did they say like his ethnicity?
Ethnicity?
Yeah.
No.
Sounds like a white boy. I'm just saying.
So, I guess it's just a new account, or what are those accounts called? Where you just make a new account to do
throwaway.
Post. It's a throwaway account that he literally made this account just for this.
Watch if he's like somebody famous or someone we know.
Could we?
Nah, I don't know.
But yeah, I always like finding those that, no, this guy's the asshole. Because again, it's rare. But it's a very interesting story. Like, this is very unanimously the asshole.
Yeah, it's very rare. Like, the ones you've had in the past, it's like, well,
I can see both ways.
I can see both ways. Like, in this case, I'm just like, no, how fucking dare you? But,
small world that he lives in.
It's only him.
It's only him. Population 1. Well,
I guess that's kind of what, like, I don't mean to say, like, every only child's going to be like that. But maybe that's part of his upbringing. You know, he's used to being alone. He wants to be the center of attention.
For 22 years, he's been an only child, and then this happens.
Mom, you can't have sex unless it's with me. Like,
whoa, God.
Sweet home Alabama.
Ding, ding, ding.
Where does it say he's from?
Doesn't say. But
the 35-year-old male from Alabama.
Jesus.
This is important information. I need to put it down.
Have you seen? I think I saw a meme. It was like, something like, the benefit. There's like actual benefits, like some benefits to incest. And it was like, where was this from? It's like University of Alabama. It's like, here we go.
Here we go. Okay. Well,
it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Isn't it like... let me check, because I'm pretty sure I saw something where it says that Alabama isn't actually like the state with the highest amount of incest.
It's not real.
Isn't real.
It's all fake.
You ever notice when the government shut down, Alabama just... Let's see, states.
Has to be something in the South, though.
Highest COVID, crime rates.
Still the South.
Incest with highest income tax.
It's around the corner, guys. Just a quick reminder, this video is brought to you by TurboTax.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. It's not.
What is incest? You know Ian's dad wrote TurboTax?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He made TurboTax. Or like he coded it.
Goddamn.
Nice.
Wow. What is incest? What is inbreeding?
It's a neat accomplishment.
Like, reasons for interbreeding. Reasons? Preserve desired traits. Nature's way of preserving rare genes, promoting desirable characteristics.
Wait, is this for animals or for humans?
It says in many species.
It's
yeah, but
vague.
with humans, doesn't it just...
You do that for dogs, you know.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
do it
but
for
like
dogs
people,
either.
yeah, people pay top dollar for, retarded little dogs. Can we say that?
No, I don't think so.
Beep at 104.
Well, we could do just timestamps.
Nah, we're leaving that in there. I mean, they could say it on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Well, he's got Spotify and a large audience and people that.
We've got Spotify. How does inbreeding affect the human?
And that's it.
How does inbreeding affect the human genome? Inbreeding results in increased rates of offspring mortality and decreased fertility. The Habsburgs, right? In addition, the deleterious alleles are passed from parents to offspring and increase the expression of genetic disorders. In most species, including humans, inbreeding between close relatives is generally avoided because it leads to offspring with lower fitness. Like, okay, it's telling me all this, and now it goes the most inbred state. Like, really? Okay.
After everything,
the most inbred state
to the bottom.
It doesn't even say that. Kentucky. Congratulations. Wow. So it's a whole new meaning to go fuck your mother. What is the legality of incest in the United States? First cousin marriage in the U.S.
It's legal in some states, right? I think
24 states prohibit first cousin marriages. 19 allow first cousin marriages. 7 only allow some first cousin marriages. 7 prohibit first cousin once removed marriages. Shit, it has to get that specific. You can't marry her because she's
But you can marry her mom.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
In the United States, a person may legally marry their first cousin if both individuals are over the age of consent, usually 18, regardless of whether they are male or female. However, most states don't recognize marriages between cousins greater than second cousins unless they are from states that allow first cousin marriage. In those cases, it is usually only allowed for very distant cousins. How the fuck did we get here?
Incels.
Incels to incest.
Ah, yes.
Incest, yeah.
And we're in the eyes now. What's next episode? We're gonna be in the J's.
Juggle. I don't know.
Jiggle.
Jiggle?
I said juggle, but that works too.
I thought that's what Eric said.
Jugs, guys. Jugs.
Yeah, like water receptacles.
Things to hold liquids.
There you go.
It's not that kind of show, buddy. I can actually kind of see the timer here.
We still got like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
Okay, just making sure. I don't know why that little pop-up always has to come over the thing. I'm gonna have to change the hotkey for that. That's annoying. Anyway, I think you had something to talk about. Like,
there's plenty to talk about over this past weekend over here. We already talked about the volcano. I wanted to brush up on
your teeth.
What? No. What the fuck?
Are you trying to tell him that his breath stank?
Well, I can't smell it from here, so I don't know.
COVID.
Football.
Here, hold on. No, he's good.
Football. I do want to talk about football.
Oh yeah.
I stumbled upon this, and we'll probably put it in there. If not, then sorry, guys. This is history of Super Bowls, and it has a little tally over here. And I saw the game that made me really get into football was 2014 Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks.
It was a good game.
Really good game.
Good game.
I was super hooked, and then I watched the last one, which was 2015 Broncos versus the Panthers. I was
Broncos
like, okay,
won.
It's all right. I mean, Peyton Manning, you know, had to retire. Okay. All right.
Jamarcus Ware won his first Super Bowl ring.
There you go.
With the
And 2016 Patriots won against the Falcons. That was a close one. That was really good. I liked that one. 2017, I was okay because the Eagles won against the Patriots. The Eagles, I like the fan base. It's sort of close to the Cowboys.
not when we played against them, and I went to see
Mark
them.
Wahlberg was a great.
Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles.
Wow.
I said the Cowboys.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow, what a true fan you are. You just get you can't go outside.
Fuck the Eagles. I apologize.
It's a good thing your radio's dead because you're gonna hear that shit in the morning.
I apologize to my father.
I'm sorry, Father.
The Lopez family.
Well, Father, I apologize.
To the Cowboys fans. I
Daughter,
apologize.
why have you forsaken me?
I meant to say fuck the Eagles. We actually absolutely destroyed them on the game I went. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will forever be sorry.
I mean, in your defense, a lot of people said that on the last Cowboys game.
It was a bad game.
Very true. Very
They
true.
did
So-
really bad.
And
Yeah.
I told Andrea and told Eddie that if they do make it to the Super Bowl and it's against the Bucks with Tom Brady,
No, that wouldn't happen.
it'll never happen.
No.
But but if the Cowboys went to Super Bowl anyway,
Here's the problem with the Cowboys. They get cocky.
It was just a bunch of penalties. The penalties
Yeah.
killed them. Penalties fucking killed them.
that usually happens though.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hear the penalties and stuff, and I just can't help but hear the World Cup from a few years ago with Mexico saying no era penal. It wasn't a penalty. It's some bullshit. That one penalty kick fucked them and made them lose. Got them kicked out of or eliminated from the World Cup. And it's funny because if they had won that game, they would have gone up against Argentina and absolutely got
They got
destroyed.
stomped on. Yeah, they would have gotten
They would have.
stomped on.
I was like, I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to beat the game, or at least to be eliminated by a good team, because it was very much like, I think it was Germany or Brazil,
Yeah, Germany stomped Brazil.
and yes, they played. Mexico was playing Brazil that game, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think if I can remember correctly, I think that's what it was, and I remember watching that game, and like it was just like everyone, all the Mexicans are saying, "Oh, this game's fucking bot." Like the refs are just giving us penalties left and right, and then this one penalty kick, which everybody was like, well, "That makes no fucking sense. Why is he getting a penalty kick?" He makes the kick, and then just a shit show. Like you would see hashtag no era penal on every Mexican channel for the next year. Even to last year, I saw like a hashtag no era penal on one of them. I was like, it's still going on. Like, get over it.
I'll never die.
Mm-hmm.
But
Go back to the American
It's the
football.
whole thing with the whole deflate gate with fucking Tom Brady. It's the
I just
same
don't
thing.
like Tom. Okay, I don't like Tom.
Whoa.
Oh, listen.
Okay.
He is
Okay.
the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time, but I still don't like him. I still don't like him.
People
is
say
it because he didn't kiss you on the lips?
Like he does his sons.
Jesus
So back to
Christ.
Kentucky.
I feel like when people say you're a bandwagoner for liking Tom Brady, I think it's the opposite. I think you're a bandwagoner for hating him. Everyone wants to
Don't
get
like him.
behind that.
I mean,
No.
I'm a neutral party here. I'm like the lead. I'm like, I still into football, but not as much as you guys are. And you're very much a fan. You very much aren't. Like, he is undoubtedly one of the best players to ever exist in the history of the NFL. So obviously he's gonna have a lot of fans.
And a lot of
Obviously he's
haters.
gonna have a lot of haters. Some of those fans are very much actual fans. Some of those haters are actually very much haters. Would you consider yourself an actual hater, or an actual fan, or a bandwagoner? Both of you. And why?
See, I thought I was a
What-
fan of.
What makes you a fan or a hater and not just a bandwagoner?
Oh, I thought I was a fan of the Patriots, but I just
Once he left, you're like, no, Tom Brady.
yeah.
That's
exactly.
what we said. You're
the
like,
trio.
I like
yeah.
the Patriots, and then like now my favorite team is now this one because of Tom Brady's in it. It's like, you're not a Patriots fan, you're a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah, I was a Tom Brady fan.
But you
when
owned
he
up to
left.
it, so-
Exactly. I was like, when he left, I was like, oh, Patriots fucking suck. I'm a Tom Brady fan. Okay, there we go. We're finding out new things, guys. We're learning. We're growing. See, what do you call it? Him with Edelman and big motherfucker. What's his name? Gronkowski. Yeah. The trio.
Kronk. Just think of-
Gronk.
I know, but I can't help but think of Kronk every time I
the
hear
resemblance is uncanny. Yeah.
Mhm. You're not
Okay.
wrong.
toss the ball. Toss me the ball.
Hey Brady, toss the ball. Okay.
I need this catch for
Every
my
time he goes-
bonus.
He walks to the field, there's like blue triangles falling at his feet.
Right, the touchdown for Brady, the Brady's touchdown. That touchdown. But yeah, if they even joined the Jaguars, I'm pretty sure they would win the Super Bowl. And I think, no appearances at the Super Bowl. Jaguars, yeah, they're on there.
Oh,
Same as
yeah.
the Texans.
Oh, no.
Mhm. And the Browns and the Lions.
Damn.
The 4 ones never appear in.
What was that joke from whose line is it anyway? He's like, and back to now to sports. It's just in Beverly Hills 90210, Cleveland Browns 3.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
I can see it happening.
That's a good one. The 2018 Patriots versus the Rams. I didn't see that one, but the Patriots won.
I didn't.
Obviously.
I didn't see that one. 2019. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see that one at all. It was the Chiefs versus the 49ers.
I think the 49ers won, or no? It
No,
was the Chiefs.
Chiefs won.
And then and then the Buccaneers beat the Chiefs
Yeah.
the year after. Okay, yeah.
That one I did see, and it was pretty interesting. Yeah, I liked it.
All good games.
All good games.
Mm-hmm.
This year I didn't see a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like either too busy or just not interested. Honestly, even though the Cowboys were doing well, I did see one, but I was busy filming. I just happened to be at the bar while the game was playing, and they had them on the TVs, but I was too busy behind the camera.
Too busy working.
Yeah, so I wasn't really paying attention. Every once in a while, like I'd be like, "Yay!"
How many wins did the Cowboys have?
5, I think. Right?
Yeah.
They won 5.
How many have the Patriots?
4?
2.
6.
I don't know.
And all of them with Brady, right?
I'm pretty sure all of them.
All of them with Brady, and then he.
Oh, Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, Super Bowl
I'm like
wins.
thinking this season.
No. Super Bowl wins.
And then the 7th that he's won was with the Bucks.
And the
last year.
Steelers, yeah.
I
Super
always
Bowl
forget he was in the Steelers.
Who?
Not the fucking no.
What?
What?
You
Wait,
convinced
we're
you
talking
convinced me
here.
for a second.
We're talking.
Like I'm
here.
like so brain dead. You convinced me for a second. I was like, he was in the Steelers. I must have forgot.
Now it's fucking Roethlisberger who finally retired. That dude's so old.
I have no idea.
Speaking
Like I know
of-
who he is, and like I just don't. I had no care for their stats.
This happened like hours ago that Tom Brady announced his retirement. And then a few moments later, I'm back, baby.
I'm back.
Seriously?
I'm not
fucking leaving. I'm
retiring.
not leaving.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. And everyone jumped on it. They're like, "Well, he's the GOAT, blah blah blah. He had a good run."
He's gonna die on the field.
How old is he? Do you know?
I think he's 45.
Yeah, 'cause he's getting there in like to retirement
How old was
age.
Peyton Manning when he retired?
Not a clue.
He looked old.
I think the oldest.
I think it was just
Was
the
Brett-
balding.
I think the oldest quarterback is Brett Favre. He was pretty
Yeah.
old.
I think so.
I think he just wanted to win one more Super Bowl, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
That's gotta be so frustrating. Like I just gotta go for one more. It's like
Well, did he even win it? I'm not even sure. I'm horrible with history about the Super Bowl wins, and I
good
can't
with
remember
history,
the
but
games.
I'm not into like sports enough to know.
yes, that's why the adults are talking. I'm
Says the
kidding.
girl that don't know math, but she can calculate fucking
He
scores.
retired in 2016, but I don't know his.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He was a cool quarterback. I really liked watching him play.
He looks like my brother-in-law.
He has a huge ass forehead. Like, how does that even happen? Like, did it just help
Did
him
you
just
see-
squeeze his
I think
head?
I saw a meme where they had like his bust statue, but they kind of like inflated
Just
like
made
his,
it extra
his
longer.
forehead.
He's 45 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he retired like what?
In 2018.
2018. So yeah, he
Yeah.
was pretty young. I mean, well, younger than almost.
He looked older than the rest of them. Brett Favre looked younger than
It's like
the
football
Ah,
isn't
Brett
football
Favre's
isn't stressful.
old.
Peyton Manning at 25.
Jesus.
This man is 26 years old. Like, hey.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Friggin'.
I gotta say, I miss playing the fucking sport.
I wouldn't mind going back into mixed martial arts. I don't really care about football. It's whatever.
If I'm not playing it, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like,
But football relies a lot on teamwork, and I get
You got none of that.
no. What do you call it?
you just don't trust people.
It reminds
I know
me
I don't.
heavily of going into a rando match in Overwatch, and it just sucks every time. So I'm just like, I don't.
You should see how many games Eric and I just said, fuck it.
Exactly.
When we were playing Overwatch, and we're both tanks, and we're just like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like, fuck it, let's just do our own thing. And then,
We're pretty good. You know, we're not great. We're not grandmasters or anything like that, but we get shit done solely off our teamwork.
yeah, you and I can work together, but everyone else tends
Literally,
to be
it would be like 2 versus 6. All the other guys just respawn.
yeah, and then we got our healer like taking on
Yeah.
a whole team of 6, and like
Their
okay.
bodies, yeah, they're meat shields basically. While we just
Even though I'm
handle
literally
it.
the fucking shield.
Yeah,
But whatever.
exactly. So I don't really care for
I
playing
would-
football.
I would like to
watching it.
try. I just miss football because of like junior high.
Mm.
We didn't have sports in high school.
Lame.
Oh, what you play?
Play softball.
Softball, great.
I play softball. But I feel the same. I get you said.
I played a dying sport.
God damn!
I get
Eddie?
how you.
It's America's pastime.
Yeah,
Can't
it's past our time.
Ching. Not to, what do you call it, throw some hate to you, Eddie. Take me out to that ball. Yeah, we're going to drown his voice out.
I was going to say I understand what he was saying, how he'd rather play football than watch it, because that's how I feel about softball and I guess baseball as well. Like everyone asks me like, oh, who's your baseball team? It's like I don't have one really. Like I don't really watch it. Softball, I don't really like to watch it. I'd rather play.
They hear your response and they stop chewing their big chew.
It's fucking a whole glob.
Stop with their big chew.
I never understood how people can chew gum and play at the same time. I run out of breath. I'm trying to catch my breath. I don't know. I can never do it.
It's all a prop, guys. Like, it has like 5 seconds of flavor. Okay.
It's just supposed to be chewy, I
Yeah.
guess, just to keep them. I don't know.
I can't. I'm like chewing and I'm just like, yeah, this is fucking
I
Gross.
assumed it was for the nerves.
That's what I'm thinking.
maybe.
Like sunflower seeds. It's just to stay busy, I guess.
I don't know. But I'm done with team sports. I wouldn't want to. The only reason I'd want to go back to like basketball or football would be because of the nostalgia. But I'm pretty sure as soon as I got back into it, I'd be like, I don't like relying on all these people. But one-on-one sports, I'd be willing to give a shot because I liked the throwing events and the running events and track, at least. Like discus was more like my speed.
What was it? It wasn't a track meet, was it? With the what do you call that? Oh shit, I'm fucking this up. But you would have to run a certain distance and then pass the baton. What's that called?
Relay.
Relay? I figured you wouldn't want to do relay, given your past
No, I didn't do relay.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did one relay race my entire running career.
And because of that, never did it again.
well, that was the first time and the only time. But when in track, I didn't do relays.
Yeah.
I did I was a sprinter, 100 and 200. That's it. That relay he's talking about was a marathon relay.
Oh, okay, I remember.
I love it.
And
I told you guys I couldn't go. I couldn't do it.
Yes, but it wasn't like the day of. You told us you couldn't go when we were still building the team.
Yeah.
So we asked you if you want to be in the team, and you're like, "Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. I got this." Okay, fine. We asked this guy, and he joined the fucking team, and we're all training for our parts. He was the best runner, too.
Endurance runner, yeah.
He was the best endurance runner. I was like maybe third best, or third or fourth. I'm not gonna say I was like the anchor of the team or whatever, because I wasn't. He very much was the best. And
This guy was like McFarlane, you know, if you ever seen that movie. Yeah.
But my part, I was training for my part, which was like what, 4 or 5 miles?
5 miles.
5 miles?
I think it was 5 miles.
His part was 7 miles. He didn't show up that day, and his part was right after mine. So I trained for 5 miles. I ran 12.
Damn.
The whole time. Fuck.
Just crying on the inside, like.
Oh, dude, I
where
was
is
gone
he?
when I got to my car. I was just like, I can't move.
I just need to relax and chill and just sit.
He sits down and is like, his shins.
Oh my gosh. I need sleep. But yeah, that I let him fucking have it in a voicemail that I sent him. I was like, dude, you're like how the fuck did you do this to us? Like, I went to your house to pick you up. I'm like honking outside. We'll go to your fucking door and knocking and shit. Like, where the fuck are you? And then I run both our parts, which probably would have taken me maybe what? An hour, 5 miles. An hour and a half, maybe? 2?
40 minutes. Because we ran a 5, right? And it took like 45 minutes.
Okay. But, it took me like 4 hours.
To do all 12 miles.
To do all 12. At least 4 hours.
Damn.
Could have been way more than that. But
Because the half marathon that we did, it was 3 hours, and we covered 14.
that was a fun
But
one.
I'm pretty sure you weren't trained or ready for, because that was before our half marathon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Well, I
so
mean,
was
our half marathon, we were ready for it.
Yeah.
But that I very much was not. Like I said, like train for 5 miles, and suddenly more, like almost fucking triple it. Like, nope. But
You did it.
barely. I think because
By
of that,
the grace of God.
I
he
think
did
because
it.
of that, like I just could not keep a running pace or a jogging pace at all. I walked it because I just could not do it anymore. I think because of that, we were dead last. We were very much dead last in the event. I mean, it's not. No one's gonna care. We didn't care. I can at least say I did it, and I'm happy with that. But it would have been nice to be a
Not
little further
last.
along. It would have been nice to be a little further along. When I got to the end, I passed. Like it was Hope that I tagged to continue, and I think she was the only one there at the checkpoint. She was the last one there. I remember people being like,
love Hope. She's like, what took you so long?
fucking,
Not even knowing the situation
I think
that
she
occurred.
knew. I think she knew.
Just wanted to fuck with you.
I don't remember though.
She's a character, man. That's hilarious.
I don't remember the interaction I had with her. I just like said, "Fucking go." When I passed the checkpoint, that would have been from me to his. People were being like, "Hey, hold on, your partner." I'm like, "He's not here."
I have to do it. He didn't show.
Oh man, this guy remembers. Like when I saw him the next day at school, I didn't even talk to him. I was just like, "I fucking hate you." I was like,
What?
and this guy was just laughing it up the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I'm hearing everyone's different experience about it throughout the whole.
Everyone's like, "Yeah, I feel so invigorated. I did my part. I feel good. Whatever." And I'm over here like, I still can't walk.
Did you ever say why or what happened?
He overslept.
yeah, you're still mad about that.
Damn.
He overslept. He's like, "I'm sorry, I just didn't wake up." I'm like,
The most dry.
I'm like, dude.
Excuse.
I'm like, I sounded the fucking like the horn of Gondor outside your fucking house, and he still didn't wake you up. Like, come on.
He didn't like give you an empanada or anything. I'm sorry. Like a cupcake.
Here's an empanada. Oh, it's all better
Here's an
now.
orange.
I can walk again.
Here's an orange.
The holy empanada.
Want the mix.
It's all over your legs.
I wonder. My legs feel nice and fresh now. I do miss our running events though. The ones you and I were on, the buddy runs. Those were so much fun. And then the one I remember the most was the one we did at the birdwatching center that I did on my fractured foot.
Ow.
Well, I didn't know it was fractured till after the race. I was just
Did
like,
you made it worse?
Yes.
Yep.
I was like, my foot kind of hurts. It's actually hurting more now. And then I ran the whole thing with my legs literally like fucking wrapped up.
Yeah, the doctor was like, you know how like the foot has many small bones. Your bones broke into more. They're shattered.
Okay, it wasn't shattered.
Oh,
It was a small fracture, like a
shit.
hairline fracture. It wasn't that bad. I didn't like fuck it. Like if it was shattered, I wouldn't be able to fucking stand.
He brings out the wobbly saw. Acme Pro.
Oh god. Nah, it wasn't like it hurt, but I didn't realize how bad it was till I actually got to an X-ray machine, and they were like, "You haven't been walking on it much, have you?" I was like, "No." Like, no, I've been fine. Like, I've just been sitting down because I don't want to make it worse. She was like, "Good." My mom was like, "Don't you fucking dare tell her that you just came from I literally went from the ring event to the doctor." But the other ones though, those were fun. Do you remember the All-American one? The one
where they force fed us boba.
Yeah.
I threw all that shit up.
They force fed you boba.
No, they didn't.
They didn't have water.
They just had
They
boba.
just had boba.
Oh yeah, it was
What was
sponsored
I
by
gonna do?
Tapioca Rush. It was the first time I ever had boba. Was it same for you, right?
Yeah.
First time you ever had boba?
First time, yeah.
Like we finished the run. I still remember. Looking back, like I'm such a dickhead for this, but the final bit was me neck and neck in a foot race with this like 6-year-old.
Get shit on, kid.
Yeah,
Get
pretty much.
shit on.
Like the kid was like running like he passed me. I was like, I ain't gonna get beat by this kid. I just fucking bolted.
Poor kid.
Emotional damage.
It's like you're gonna wake up every day for the rest of your life knowing you're
not a
me.
winner.
You're behind
You
me.
lost.
You're not a winner. Literally, we're like
Loser.
we placed like over 200th place, and it's like you're not a winner. I'm number 236. You'll always be 237.
When you close your eyes, I'm gonna be there. You think I'm playing?
You're just gonna see the number placed on my back. I have those numbers, I think, somewhere in some box.
I kept the medals. The numbers, I think I threw it away.
I just really liked the numbers, like the road ID numbers, because if the medals, they're just participation. We never got, well, at least I never got.
But the numbers are different.
Well, it's because it shows that I like did it. To me, I don't know, because I've always liked.
But isn't the medal?
I always like the way they look.
Tomorrow,
I have plenty of fucking medals.
I was gonna ask you guys, but I'm pretty sure I get the same answer. But they're gonna do they didn't do it last year. They didn't do it the year before because everything closed down. But it's the jailbreak from SPI. If you guys want to do it with me,
I need a train.
What is that?
the jailbreak is basically 6 or 7 obstacle courses in a stretch of a mile.
They're so
Maybe.
fucking fun. They're so fucking fun.
I had to swim.
I haven't done
No.
one since
No.
high school though.
Oh, the last well, it was basically my first rodeo, but it was basically just getting.
Yeehaw.
Huh?
Go on.
It was getting to the Home Depot buckets and just filling them with water and then bring them back to shore. You didn't have to like do an Ironman, swim out and then come back.
Yeah, I'm not a very
Yeah.
good swimmer at all. I can swim sort of, but
I can swim to save my life, but not for fun.
Not me. I will die.
maybe I don't know.
But yeah, it's on the beach. But yeah, they closed one of the obstacle courses because one dude shit. He took like liquid just. So they had to close it down. They're like, okay, you get
That's
free
what happens
pass.
on like triathlons and shit.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Like it very much happens. Like it's a common thing. Cause like running's a natural
so,
laxative.
So you want to get there first in the morning, so you could actually, And the barbed wire one, I remember someone like found a turd, like so they had to close that lane.
How the fuck do you sneak that through?
It like rolls off. Your
No.
Congratulations.
Oh no.
I'll leave it for the person
The
behind
the
me.
only thing that I hated about the whole thing was afterwards they said, "Oh, after you do the obstacle course, you get a free beer." It wasn't
What?
It wasn't a free beer. All right, it was a seltzer, and this isn't the seltzer that you like. This was like first gen, barely came out, experimenting on seltzer alcohol. So it all just,
Oh, like they had like a slice of lemon, ran a tap over it, and had that drip into the cup.
Probably.
raspberry.
Okay,
I
they had
was
a
like,
handful of raspberries.
Garbage. Just tossed it all night. Just give me a home. Yeah.
When's the jailbreak?
I believe it's in May, but you can already sign up. I think tomorrow's the last day for cheap tickets.
Oh, fuck that then.
I know.
But
If
I
not,
do-
It's cool. It's fine. But I, really
I know
wanna
you
do it.
hate running, but I very much, and I've been saying this, and I've started slowly. I'm making progress, but I've started training to run a marathon.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't do that. It's not my preference for cardio. You can get a lot done for cardio with different exercises, you know.
Yeah, I just liked running. It was very therapeutic for me. It's how, like, when I got depressed, like really bad. You remember that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's tough, man.
I
It's tough
was
watching that.
bulimic. I couldn't keep food down. I just threw everything up for like a good 4 months. Like my sisters were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "You just said you're not hungry." I'm like, so? Like I haven't seen you eat in weeks. I was like, "Oh shit." But I lost like what, 40 pounds?
Yeah.
And when I would throw up, I stopped throwing up here because my family would hear. And I was like, well, shit. So I would go to the track, and then I'd throw up like there behind like the bleachers and whatever. I'm like, well, I'm already here. Just walk around. Then the walking turned to jogging. The jogging turned to running. And then eventually I was like, well, this is boring. So I started running like down the roads and whatever.
And I
and
just kept running.
and I just kept fucking running. Shit, like she like, I'm pretty sure you remember, like you guys would be hanging at Noe's house, and Noe would be like, hey, what, do you want to come over? I'm like, sure, I'll be there. And then I show up and he's like, where's your car? I was like, no, I walked here.
That's a decent way. It's a decent way.
It is a decent way. I've only been there once, and the second time we were supposed to go, I couldn't make it. I think I was working, but that was the most hilarious story that I missed about a bush.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Let's not. No, let's
I can't
not.
say that. I
It's
can't
already
say
getting
that.
to that time.
Yeah, it's
Whoa,
getting
whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa! Did I just say? Okay.
Le hice garras, güey.
Oh boy. All right. It's it's about that time, guys.
All right.
No,
Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to listen to us on Spotify.
Put the link down, Eddie.
I'll put it in the
Right
pinned
there.
comment.
Right there.
Because nobody reads descriptions anymore.
Right there.
All right, right there.
Right there.
Okay,
Right there.
okay, it's
Right
going,
there.
it's going, it's going. So again, we're not experts in any things we talk about. If it wasn't already obvious, me even less so now because I'm like struggling to stay conscious. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take everything we said with a grain of salt. Good night and take care. We'll see you next week, assuming the audio didn't explode this episode. Peace.
Bye.
And it's still recording.
It's still recording.
Let's try again.
Let's try it again.
I'm leaving this part in. I'm not gonna edit it out. Was that the fly that I just saw?
Yeah, it was.
Why
Yeah.
isn't it